nobody's mama can tell them what to do. You gotta want to do it. Besides, not your mama. Right? So you gotta want to do it. You've gotta want something so badly that you're willing to give something up in order to get it. We're gonna find out what that is in the next couple of days too. We're gonna find out what it is you want. Because at the end of the day, this business can be tough. We take a lot of rejection. So you're going to have to figure out what it is inside that you want. What it is that drives you. Why are you doing what you're doing every day? It's got to burn inside of you. It's got to burn inside of you. And I'm going to tell you something right now. That burning inside you, it's got to be for more than you. Because if what we're doing is for ourselves alone and there's not a greater purpose, we'll burn out. And I think every one of you, there's a little person in your life, or there's a partner in your life, or there's a spiritual reason in your life. And when it's bigger than you, it's really easy to keep on going, isn't it? We still need to build rapport. We still need to do a discovery. But we're doing it with a different consumer. Do you all agree with that? Yes. But the basics are the basics. But when we build rapport, it's a little bit different because that customer's different. But we can't skip this step. But I want to call to your attention that it is a new manual because it is a new day. And it's a new customer. And we've got to keep that in mind.
What can be more valuable, more important than getting to know the mind of the customer? Okay. Can someone tell me something more important than that? Okay. No. Probably not, right? I mean, I would much rather learn or begin by learning how they think, right? The consumer, the buyer, as far as what they're thinking. Because if we can understand the mind of the buyer and what they're thinking, that's going to make us very, very, very powerful, guys. Okay? Our clients have to be ready, have to be prepared, okay, to digest information, to analyze information. So we first have to prepare the mind of the buyer before we go into our pitch or our sell or whatever. Okay, they have to be in that right mindset. Okay, we have to condition the brain to receive information. You feel you got to sell right, everything is good, you're doing your warm-up, you've got them in the midbrain, you've got them excited about the family, you're down to the numbers, so now they're in their neocortex, they're analyzing, you ask them to buy and they go, yeah, okay, well great, yeah, no, we love everything about it, Tony, you've done a great job, you know, I want to just thank you for everything that you've done, I'm definitely going to consider the option, so I'm going to go ahead and think about it. Okay, what happens to you at that point? Okay, you go to your reptilian brain. And we've all been there. What? What do you mean you want to What do you mean you want to think about it? Okay? Earlier you told me this, and you told me if I did that, I was going to earn your business. Oh, now all of a sudden you don't want to buy. You go into your reptilian brain, and what's that going to cost? Them to go into the reptilian brain. You know what? Let me call my manager. And you do this, all of a sudden think it out. I was taught by my mentor, your job does not begin until they tell you no. Or they give you an objection. Meaning that you got up in the morning, you ironed your shirt, right? You creased your pants, you showered, you spend money to get to work, you spend money to cologne yourself, you spend money and time. All that work that you did from the morning to when you got here to the survey doesn't begin, your job doesn't begin till you hear the first no or the first objection. That's when a green light in your head should go up and go, okay, this is when my job begins. Okay? Not when you first shake their hand. Yes, obviously that's all important. But what I'm saying is your tools, everything that you prepared to do, all the study, all the training, all that starts right there. When you hear the first no or the first objection. Okay? So that's when a green light should go and say, okay, this is why I get paid the big bucks. Is anybody here happy with their making? Raise their hands. No. Okay. I'm content, but I'm not happy. I want more. Okay, and I'm going to achieve a lot more. Okay? Because if you're happy with what you're making, keep doing what you're doing, because I'm sure it's working for you. Right? But if you're not, now is your time, guys, to take advantage of the opportunity that lies in front of you to learn as much as you can to do something right about it. A lot of times we got to put our ego aside.
I know you already know it. But do you know it well enough? And do you do it well enough is the question. We get that you know it. Football players know the plays. Are they executing them as well as they could? Of course you know it. It's your profession. You better know it. Are you executing? That's the question. Are you executing? That's the question.